Welcome to This Explainer. Look, we have all seen the constant, overwhelming headlines about massive data breaches and hacks. It's enough to make anyone want to unplug their router for good. But today, we're cutting right through that noise. We are going to demystify digital security and give you a highly actionable blueprint to protect both your identity and your money.
All right, let's dive right into this blueprint. Today, we'll be covering the seatbelt mindset, locking the front door, your public behavior regarding social media and Wi-Fi, real-world physical security, and finally, monitoring your defenses.
So, starting off with Section 1, the seatbelt mindset, making security a routine habit. This idea really hits the nail on the head. Protecting yourself from identity theft is absolutely not about being paranoid. It's really just about adopting a few super consistent habits. Think about it literally like wearing a seatbelt in your car. You don't buckle up because you are terrified you're going to crash that specific day, right? You do it because it's just an automatic baseline habit. Your digital security should function the exact same way. It shouldn't be driven by fear, but by simple routine.
Moving right along to Section 2, locking the front door, securing your digital core.
Let's talk about the absolute first line of defense for every single account you own. It is way past time to ditch those weak dictionary words. You know the ones, like password 123 or even something like John Smith 1990. Hackers literally love these because their automated software can crack them in milliseconds. No joke. Instead, look at the alternative strategy. A passphrase, something like blue truck, rainy hammer, is just a string of 4 random words. It's incredibly easy for you to picture in your head, but mathematically, it is an absolute nightmare for a criminal to guess. To make these digital locks even stronger, think of your passwords like complex tumblers in a safe. They absolutely need to be at least 12 characters long, mixing uppercase, lowercase, numbers, and symbols. But here is the real kicker. They must be completely unique for every single account. If you reuse them, one breach somewhere sinks your entire digital ship. Now, I know what you're thinking. Remembering dozens of these is humanly impossible. And you're right, that's exactly why you need a password manager. It acts as an encrypted, secure vault, meaning you only ever have to memorize one strong master key. But what happens if a scammer actually does manage to crack your passphrase? Well, that is where two-factor authentication, or 2FA, comes in. Think of 2FA as an impenetrable deadbolt on your front door. It's a simple security feature requiring you to verify your identity in 2 distinct ways before anyone can access the account. It's all about layered defense. Step 1 is something you know, right? Your super strong password. Step 2 is something you physically have, like a one-time code texted directly to your phone or generated on an authenticator app. Even if a criminal somehow steals your perfect password, they are stopped completely dead in their tracks without that physical second factor. You really should be turning this on for every single account that offers it, especially anything touching your finances.
Now, if you only remember one single thing from this entire explainer, let it be this. Secure your master key. Your primary email account is literally the master key to your whole digital life. Think about it. When you forget your bank password, where does the reset link go? Yep, straight to your email. If a thief gets in there, they own everything. Your bank, your social media, the whole shebang. Protecting your email with two-factor authentication is your absolute #1 priority today.
Okay, let's shift gears to Section 3, public behavior, focusing on social media and Wi-Fi to protect your perimeter. Look, we all love sharing updates online, but if your profile is set to public, you might literally be handing over the exact answers to your security questions without even realizing it. Think about what we casually post: full birth dates, pet names, hometowns where we work. Scammers scrape this stuff all day long. And posting real-time vacation photos, you're basically broadcasting to local burglars that your house is sitting completely empty. Always, always limit who can see your posts to people you actually know in real life. And all that oversharing, it leads straight to a massive red flag known as spear phishing. Regular phishing is just a scammer casting a huge generic net. But spear phishing, that is highly targeted. Scammers take those specific details from your social media and use them to craft fake messages directed specifically at you. Because they magically know your boss's name or your high school, their fraudulent requests look incredibly legitimate and easily bypass our natural skepticism. This idea of public behavior applies directly to our internet connections too. We all know public Wi-Fi at coffee shops or airports is super convenient, but it's also notoriously unsecured. Literally, anyone sitting nearby can intercept what you're doing. So, rule of thumb, never, ever access your bank or investments on public Wi-Fi. If you absolutely have to do something sensitive, use a VPN, a virtual private network, to scramble your connection. And when you're browsing, always double check for that HTTPS in the website URL so you know your connection to that specific site is locked down tight. Next up is Section 4, Real-World Physical Security. It's time to guard the physical realm. We spend so much energy worrying about invisible hackers that it's super easy to forget a really basic question. What about the physical world? Digital threats definitely get all the flashy headlines, but it turns out protecting your identity absolutely requires some old-school tactical awareness as well. It really boils down to simple physical habits. Start by shredding sensitive documents, things like bank statements or medical bills, before you just toss them in the trash. Don't let your mail pile up. Collect it promptly or upgrade to a locked mailbox so someone can't just walk off with your new credit card. When you're out and about, make it a habit to give those ATM and gas pump card readers a good, firm wiggle to check for bulky, illegal skimmers. And always, always shield the keypad with your free hand when typing your PIN. These are essentially the physical extensions of your digital seatbelt. Finally, we arrive at Section 5, monitoring your defenses. This is your ongoing guard duty. Because here's the absolute truth. You can do everything perfectly, but you still have to verify. Even the strongest castles need guards walking the walls. Make it a routine monthly habit to actually scan your bank and credit card statements. If something looks weird, report it instantly. To make this almost effortless, set up automated text or email alerts so your phone literally pings you the second a large transaction goes through. Oh, and definitely request your free annual credit reports from annualcreditreport.com. It is simply the best way to spot any phantom accounts somebody might have opened in your name. Your digital identity is quite literally worth a fortune to scammers, but the tools to protect it, they aren't complicated. They just require a tiny bit of consistency. Shifting your mindset from paranoia to preparation is totally doable, and you've now got the exact blueprint to make it happen. So, I will leave you with this final thought. If a hacker targeted you right now, which of your digital doors is sitting wide open? Are you willing to spend just 5 minutes today to lock it down? Go set up that password manager, turn on two-factor authentication, and buckle up your digital seatbelt. Thanks for joining me on this explainer.